Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's session. Your events are talking. Are you listening? I'm Alex Charney, a customer success manager here at Certain. I'm joined by my colleague, Paige Trimble, who is a senior event technology strategist. He's going to walk us through the buying signals your event attendees are giving you and how you can actually use them to build pipeline and revenue. Before we begin, if you're here, the chances are that your events are producing a ton of data. But the real question is, are you actually turning that data into pipeline, or are you just letting it sit in a report that no one actually reads?
Exactly. It's one thing to track check-ins or badge scans, but real impact comes when you use that data to identify buyer intent, trigger sales actions, and prioritize outreach. And that's where Certain comes in.
Let's be honest, though, most event data sits idle. According to Forrester, only 12% of B2B marketers say that they're very effective at using event data for post event engagement. That's a massive missed opportunity. Here's another eye opening stat. According to Gartner, poor data quality can cost organizations 20 to 30% of their revenue. Events are one of the richest sources of first party data, but too often we're still treating all of our attendees the same. We're relying on manual follow up, and ultimately we're missing the quiet signals that say, I'm ready to buy, because not all buying signals are loud.
Hmm.
Paige, could you touch a bit on why leveraging event data is so important?
Yeah, absolutely. So with third-party data and digital engagement getting noisier, right? Event data is becoming the most valuable signal marketers can use. Events are now one of the most powerful intent channels if you know how to tap into it and tune into your audience's behaviors. So, let's say a VP of marketing at a $50 million SaaS company registers for your user conference. She attends three product roadmap sessions. She asks a question in the enterprise feature demo, and she fills out a pricing survey in app via the mobile event app, Touchpoint. With Certain, that profile is automatically flagged as high intent, surface to sales within hours, and routed into a signal driven nurture if it's not acted on. No spreadsheets, no guesswork, no delay.
Great example, Paige, but we know that not everyone here is using Certain today, but that doesn't mean that
Mm.
you can't start making better use of your event data. Let's go ahead and walk through a few quick wins that you can implement right now, whether you're currently using advanced tools or you're not.
Yeah, so there are some simple steps you can take today to start turning event engagement into meaningful buyer signals. The first is tracking session attendance at a granular level. Don't just track check ins, track which sessions attendees are joining, how long they stay, and whether they engage, right? Are they asking questions? Are they participating in polls? Are they commenting? The second one is use in event polls and surveys strategically. You can deploy polls and surveys during key sessions, not just at the end of an event, to capture buyer intent in real time. You have people's attention during events, that's the best time to do it. Quick tip here is to ask questions that indicate readiness, interest, or specific solution needs. The next one is to segment post event follow up by behavior. Avoid just generic follow up. Start by small segmenting outreach based on key actions like session attendance or resources downloaded. Even if a basic thank you for attending specific session is like a really good way to have your email perform a little bit better. It's better than like a one size fits all blast, right? The fourth one is map signals to buyer strategies. Start building a simple framework that connects attendee behaviors to buyer journey stages. For example, attending a pricing session or filling out a post event form might indicate late stage intent. And the last one, close the feedback loop with sales. Make sure your sales team knows what happened at the event and who showed buying signals, even if you're sharing a simple list. One thing I love is if when we host like a 15-minute event debrief with our team, with the sales team, to align on high priority follow ups after the event.
These are all great first steps, but the reality here is that doing this manually across multiple events can become very time consuming and it's easy to miss. So that's
Mm.
where Certain can help you. We can help you automate, scale, and act on these signals in real time.
Here's the good news: Certain helps you stop guessing and start knowing, transforming in event engagement into real sales intelligence. And more importantly, it helps you connect that intelligence directly to your sales team in time to act on it. Our AI powered suite of buying signal solutions is built to help you capture rich behavioral data, understand attendee intent signals, trigger intelligent follow up, and equip sales with insights that actually convert. Alex, would love to see you walk us through some buying signals.
Yeah, sure thing. But before we dive in, I do want to take a moment to kind of connect the dots here. We've seen how manually sifting through event data can lead to missed opportunities and how it's really important to pinpoint true buying signals. But now we want to shift gears a bit and show you how certain can transform this challenge into a strategic advantage. So in this next segment here, we're going to walk you through our AI powered platform in real time so you can watch as attendee interactions are captured, analyzed, and turned into actionable insights for sales. We're going to start with TPI. Think an AI-powered event engagement app that goes beyond pulse checks so you can spark mid-session polls, you can target your content, and you can even trigger personalized follow-up based on how someone engages with a specific topic. So what you're looking at here is our Touchpoint Ignite dashboard. So this is an account-based dashboard, and I want to let you know that this is completely customizable. So we can make this fit for your specific business goals, for your specific products, really, ultimately, whatever you're trying to achieve, we can make these dashboards fit your needs. This is just an example of what we can do here. If you scroll down, you'll see this handy little wheel. If you click on it, you'll see that marketing has some pain points. So during sessions, marketers have let us know that there are things that are causing some issues for them. As we go out a little bit, you'll see that one of those pain points is limited predictive analytics. So there's been 5 signals during these sessions that have let us know that marketers are experiencing some problems with limited predictive analytics. It's a problem for them. If you go over to the right, you'll see that another pain point they're having is data integration challenges. So marketers are saying, hey, look, it's really difficult to integrate our data as we need. So these are 2 pain points. Over here on the right, you'll see our signals and sentiment dashboard. So this is going to be giving you a little bit more information about the signals you've seen over in this wheel. So clicking on this little dot here, you'll see that marketing specialists specifically are having issues with data integration. So their sentiment is really low. This is a big problem for them. And again, that's specific to, as you see right here, the title of marketing specialists. If you go up, you'll see that CMOs don't really feel the same. Marketing specialists and CMOs have different opinions and different feelings on this pain point or specific topic. So that's giving you a lot of really robust information about what you can do to make sure that the content you're sharing at events is really resonating with the people you're talking to. So if you have a lot of marketing specialists in one specific session, this might be a really good opportunity to talk about how your data integration product can really make their lives easier because you know that it's a struggle for them. So there's all kinds of information over here. And again, you can make it really easy to read by categorizing it by business priorities, pain points, product interests. Those are just a few of the categories that we can work with this data. And again, the goal of this is so that you can have real-time information. And we don't want you to have to go into these dashboards while you're at an event. That's obviously difficult. You don't want to have to be sitting around digging in here. What we can do is we can set up automatic flows that when a certain threshold is reached, we let you know automatically that this is what's happening. You know, if enough marketers are raising their hands and saying, hey, data integration is a problem, we can create automatic flows to alert your sales team. Hey, there's a lot of marketing specialists out there that need something to solve these problems for them. So whether that be sending an automatic Slack message to the sales team, creating campaigns in Salesforce around that specific information, we can actually create those triggers based on this information. So you have it all here, but it's also making it a lot easier to take real-time action. Another really interesting thing about this is that you can use it over a series of events. So let's say you have road shows. You know, you're going out to different road shows. You're putting on a lot of sessions, you're taking information in from these clients. You can use this dashboard to look back and see how the sentiment has changed over time. So your first event, you noticed that going back to data integration, that was a problem. So you started talking about it more and you can get a sense of how that sentiment has changed over time. So this is just a really great way to both in the moment make changes and action in real time and also use it as a way to look back and see how those changes have been successful or not successful and what you can do to continue iterating and getting more valuable data out of these events. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen here.
Pretty cool stuff, Alex.
Yeah. Ultimately, your events are talking. The question is, are you actually ready to turn that noise into revenue? We're going to help you unlock buying signals that are hidden in your event data. If you want, you can book a 15-minute personalized walkthrough to see how Certain can help you surface those high intent leads, accelerate pipeline, and close deals faster, which I know salespeople love. If you prefer to explore on your own, you can visit certain.com for more insights and resources.
Thank you all for joining. From event data to sales signals, we help you make every event moment count. So let's turn those signals into sales. Thanks, Alex.
Thanks, Paige.